At 297 pounds from Lakewood, Colorado, Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
University of Oklahoma's Dr. Death, Steve Williams. And Dr. Death's not wasting any time, Bill. He's getting
on
right
the
after
attack. Dr. Death can't stand Russians. Dr. Death loves the United States and is very outspoken about it, a four-time All-American against Crusher Darsow. And I think he, like so many people, realizes that Darsow is the most dangerous of the two.
Dr. Death, I tell you, he's trying to take the measure of Crusher Darsow in short order.
Well, Dr. Death was never known in his collegiate career for finesse, but he was well known for brute strength and power and a straight one-track mind when he was out there hammering somebody, that he was going for that victory. His coach, Stanley Abel, said Dr. Death never did make it pretty. He was just effective. Whoa, Doc caught a double elbow to the solar plexus area. Like I say, Darsow, you know, I think in the annals of history that people expect people to be nationalistic about their country. That the Russians think Americans are the bad guys, and America knows Russians are the bad guys. But Darsow, the fact that he was an American, a turncoat, a traitor. In history, you look at what makeup of a traitor. They're more dangerous, more vicious, because they have nothing that is beyond what they want to accomplish for their goal, and their goal can change daily as it just fulfills their own desires and their own self-indulgence. And this Darsow, Russian, whatever, he's just used this thing to catapult himself to the top and to benefit by the tremendous training of Volkov and the resources of Russia. And that doesn't make Volkov a knight in shining armor, because Volkov is simply the same thing the world faces. That's a power struggle between him and annihilation. And Dog and Dugan, Terry Taylor, Magnum TA, and Wrestling 2 all got to know this. And I think Wrestling 2 and Magnum TA were gearing up to defend those titles against Volkov and Darsow. And Cornette just flat caught him off balance, as he caught everybody off balance. He came out with a couple of sacks, called Reeser Bowden to the ring, and then bam, like lightning. I've never seen it. The other two were stashed behind the bleachers, came out, and I don't know what it was that Dennis Condor hit Wrestling 2 with.
Well, Bill, when he walked by me, it looked like a blackjack, like a policeman would carry.
Well, I don't want to, again, I don't know what it was. I know I can surmise just like you, Jim, and I know Wrestling 2's lights were out. And he said he'd never been hit with anything so hard, and it just splatted when it hit him. Power going on out there. Dr. Death trying to power up. The crowd is chanting, "Go, Steve, go. Go, Steve, go." It's strictly brute strength right there right now. Doc is winning the strength war, but Darsow shows the slyness he's picked up from Volkov's strategy. He's got his hair cropped so close that nobody can grab it, but he certainly used Doc's hair for leverage. And I'll tell you what, anytime you think the hair is not an effective weapon, when you got a full head of hair and somebody gets their fingers in it and yanks it down, it's just like an added lever or an added distance from the fulcrum. And wherever your head goes, the rest of your body's got to go. Doc powering into the body section, driving those elbows, and Doc with his, he's trying to get going, but Darsow got him with a knee before Doc got out of the blocks. Doc ever gets that momentum going with those tackles, he's awesome to stop, and Darsow has felt the taste of those steamroller-type tackles.
Darsow now showing his strength, Bill.
He's a 303 pounds of solid steel. Out there against 315 or 20 pounds of solid steel. These are two young men battling for supremacy. Whoa! Doc powered out. Darsow going for another slam. Darsow, gee whiz, he tried to put him to China.
Well, Dr. Death is in severe trouble. Dr. Death now moves out of the way.
Doc knows he's got to pull it up, boy, because it's going against him. But Doc's been there before. Just like in football, there's always a fourth quarter. Doc used to be a lot of pride on the Oklahoma team.
He's a tremendous competitor, no doubt about that, a four-time All-American.
He is geared now. Listen to Doc scream. You can hear it clear over here. There goes those vicious tackles. There goes Doc. That tackling, that football tactics combined with those wrestling tactics. They are awesome. This is a strong man.
Like a bellowing bull, Bill.
Listen to that crowd. They're cheering Doc on, and he's just He just killing Darsow. Darsow wants out there. Darsow's on the floor now. Doc's in the ring. Here comes Volkov. Volkov's got something under his shirt. He's got something under his shirt, and he's handed to Doc, but Doc can't see it because of Volkov calling timeout as a strategy. Volkov distracting Dr. Death and the referee. Doc is so intense. He got pulled. The referee, Doc got smacked. I don't know what it was that Volkov gave to Darsow. Darsow, there you see whatever it is at the side. The referee can't see it. He's out of position.
That young referee in there, Bill, and he was out of position there. And boy, I tell you, Darsow really leveled Dr. Death. And Death's laying there. He's out on his feet. And we'll be back with more exciting wrestling action and Hacksaw Butch Reed right after this word from the Mid-South Wrestling.